We're starting the politics block, and today I'd like to talk about why one should be interested in politics. Why bother understanding it? This is not an idle question because there are many people, by my count the majority of humanity, who adhere to the following point of view. I am not interested in politics, and there are at least 3 reasons for this. First, it has no relation to my life. Everything they talk about over there, everything they argue about, has no relation to my everyday life. Who they elected president, who's the minister, who's the mayor or governor, I absolutely don't care. Second, I'm not interested in politics because you can't change anything anyway. We are little people, they are big people, and of course, they are the ones who decide. And third, no matter how much you try to understand it, you'll never figure it out. Because all politicians lie. Everyone everywhere lies if they're talking about political topics. All media is biased. They are bought by one side or the other. Now, all of this is a deeply Philistine point of view that must be eradicated. Why is that? Let's start with the most important thing. Our ideas about this world determine our behavior in this world. In this case, the idea is to not be interested in anything, to do nothing, to read nothing, watch nothing, listen to no one, and analyze nothing. In practice, this means silence. If we are silent, it's as if we don't exist. This is true for everyday life, for personal communication, and for political life. Second, politics has a direct relation to your life, personally to yours. The quality of the water you drink, and the quality of the air you breathe, mortality on the roads, the presence or absence of kindergartens and clinics in the city, the ability or inability to leave the country at any time, access to Wikipedia, all of this, and literally everything else in the world, is politics. Therefore, it is extremely frivolous to believe that politics has no relation to your personal, everyday life. It does, and a very significant one. Because all of these things are precisely the decisions of those very politicians. These are the same elected or unelected candidates, the same parties, the same laws, declarations, and amendments that are introduced and discussed. Third, if you think that you can't change anything and nothing will work out, then truly nothing will work out. That much is certain. But this is a deeply flawed point of view, a deeply flawed mindset from which this view stems. You could say this about everything. You could make it your life's motto and say, I won't succeed in graduating from university, I won't succeed in getting a job, and I won't succeed in earning $100,000 a month. And by the way, let's be realistic, maybe you really won't succeed. But the truth, as always, is trivial. You'll never know if you don't try. Therefore, in this case, it is worth starting to be interested in politics for one simple reason. If we are not interested, there is no hope for positive change. If we start to get interested, that hope appears. Fourth, understanding politics is no more difficult than writing correctly. That is, it requires some effort, but it's not some incredible amount. You only need to figure out 2 things, at least at first. First, you need to determine your own political views. Where do you belong? Are you right-wing or left-wing? Are you with the entrepreneurs or with the salaried employees? Are you for a strong state or for freedom of speech, or maybe for all of it? And second, we don't always need to know who is telling the truth. Very often, it is enough for us to know who is lying. And very often, this is genuinely possible to do. And finally, the last point. This seems fundamentally important and truly foundational to me. It is worth being interested in politics simply to be a human being, not part of some senseless mass or a dumb animal, but a human being who has some desires, opinions on certain matters, who wants to live more freely and more wealthily, and who is ready to do something for it. Today, we talked about why one should get involved in politics, why one should be interested in it. Next time, we'll talk about political ideologies. See you!